Hi guys, welcome back. Um, we left off in the previous episode when we just made our accent O's show up, and since then I figured out some code changes which leads to a much readable code and um, and yeah, that's it. So let's start with our graphic class. Actually, we don't need to have a matrix and the scale size and these new things to rescale our bitmaps to fit into our grid. Instead of this, we are going to make a private how did I call it? Yeah, private float size of element. Yep. And because before the onDraw method first called, we don't know how big our canvas is. So let's copy paste this and size of elements equals with this. And this way we only get the the grid and the, the size of the grid and the number of our elements in the grid. So afterwards we can use just this size of element. So then what I am going to do is replace this. Loading bitmaps from resources is okay, but resizing bitmaps there is a much easier way to do. There is a delete these two. So there is a much easier way to do that. It's called bitmap x equals bitmap dot create scaled bitmap. We set the source to be x. This stands for the destination width, which will be the new size. We have to make a cast to int, not int, and we are passing a size of element. Destination height will be the same, so I will just copy paste here. And since then I couldn't figure out what this filter is, so just leave it true. Oh no, oops, sorry. So just make this for the O's. And because every line and every time, no, yeah, here we are using this game engine.get grid size divided by game engine.get grid number. I just want to find and replace all these lines to size of element. Let's find first, replace, find. That was it. Oh, because here there is a space. Find, replace. Um, Yep. And here there are two of them. And here find, replace. Okay, so we now have a bit more readable code. This was my first and second thing I wanted to do, and now we want to check if the game has ended. Sorry, my phone is ringing now. Okay, so let's get started with it. So we want to check if if some if somebody has won the game. So we will make this decision if so we after we added a last mark, and um, because of this I want to create a public um, players check and this will check if somebody has won the game, either I don't know, horizontal, vertical, or every crossing. So we will make some for loops and while, and you will see this is, so you could do that checking each, I mean checking horizontal and then another for cycle for checking vertical and other for cycle for everything else. And I made a simple code in which you can get this all together. So we will return with return with players dot none. So if we reach the end of the code, then nobody won yet. So let's make our for cycles or for loops. Sorry, int y equals 0 and y is smaller than grid number y plus plus. This code is going to be quite long, so I try to explain everything I could. If you don't understand something, then just message me and I will explain everything what you want. X equals 0, x is smaller than grid number, x plus plus. And we only want to check those places where there is a player, either player 1 or player 2. So let's make a simple if statement. If get player at x and y not equals players dot none, then we go further. Otherwise it's just going to skip and go to the next x value until it reaches the grid number, then y plus plus, yeah, and so on. So I want here first store the player at this position, and we will check if around it they are the same players. So let's make a temporary player, let's call it P, to I don't know, type plus, and this is going to be get player at x and y. So here goes the trick. I will make two integers. First, it will be called int sin x, and it's going to be -1. This stands for, if you imagine I will show you in a emulator what we are going to do. Int x is going to be -1. Is that a good idea? Yeah, I suppose. How's it going? No operation console. Why? Okay, it started, but yep. So as you can see, the for cycle goes like this. Every row, and then every column, and the crosses. So basically, I want to do that if the x is bigger than 5, then I want to check at this position um, to this direction and to this direction. And the reason for this is because if you want to check here, then you want to check this way: up left, up right, down right, down left, and also up, down, left and right. And with this sin x, you can easily do that. So let's continue coding. I hope you understood what I am talking about now. So we have our sine, and I will make a while cycle, which is going to sin x is smaller than 2, because and at the end I want sin x plus plus. Yep. So basically the idea is you check first of all on the x-axis, you check left, you check at this position, but the y-axis will change, and you check the right position. So let's continue. Here we want our y sign, so int sin y equals -1, and another while statement is smaller than 2. Then at the end I want to sin y plus plus. Yep. And because there is a chance that the sin x and sin y is 0, then they will check 5 times the same position, and then after the first touch, it will show you that player, I don't know, the first one who mark a place won. So we don't want that. So if sin x not equals 0 or sin y not equals with 0, then we can continue our code. Here we want a little bit universal code. So first of all, I want y, which will be 1. This is going to store how much axes are at each other, at the next of each other. I Yeah, I hope you understand. So, and again, a while loop. E is smaller than 6 because we just want to check if 5 um, axes are next to each other, but we have to check if x plus y is smaller than grid number. Otherwise, it's going to go out of the array and crash the whole application. And I also want to check the other direction. X minus I is bigger than 0. E, sorry, E, not I, E. And the same for the y axis. So y minus E is greater than 0 and y plus E is smaller than grid number. So here we have two how's it called? Two-way. No, not two-way. So at this position, if if that place we will just check is a player, then we want the E just make it, just increase it. Otherwise, we want to break and get out of this while cycle, and then the sign y will plus plus itself, and then continue counting. So if get player at, and here goes the trick, x plus e times sine x and y plus e times sine y. If this equals with p, then we have found another good element which is the same as was here. Otherwise, we want to just break and get out of this loop. But there is another thing. If the E reaches 5, then we found 5 axes next to each other. Then we want to return with this P, which we found. So this is going to work because I have done this before and it's working. The point is that x plus e times sine x, it can go the left direction and the right direction, and the same for this can go up and down, and if sine x is -1 and sine y is -1, then it will go up left, and so on. And we don't let with this if statement to stay the same position and just plus plus the e, and because if it's 0 0, then it will remain get player at, will remain just x and y, and it will be the same as this, and it will return with this player. So let's implement it. So we we talked about that we want this check end after we added the last um, X or O. So I want to store. I, you could do the, like if checkend equals with player 1 and else if checkend equals player 2, but this way you go through these 4 cycles, oops, uh, 2 times, and I don't want that. So let's make this, I don't know, let's call this player winner, and this will equal checkend. Oh, players equals checkend if winner equals players dot player 1, then I just want to, I don't know, I will just use log dot e. I'm using error log because I can choose to show just the errors, and I can much easier find if my let's call it debug code 5 in a row and player 1 1. Else if winner equals players dot player 2, then we want to show that player 2 won. Later on we will make dialogues to show that who won, and there will be another um, thing. Maybe there is a possibility to make a draw game, so nobody wins, but I don't think we should work with that, because 12 times 12 is 144. I hope, or 124. I don't know. So it's quite a lot. So you don't. I think it's much faster to win a game than to fill the whole grid. So let's check out if it's working now. I will no. Okay, so please work how I want. So like I can, yeah, I don't know what is these errors. I hope I can read what I want. Clear. I don't care that you have problems. Okay, I think I should start it manually. Yep. Oh my god, don't show me errors. So first, yeah, other thing, as you can see, I clicked here, but nothing happened. But the second click um, places the first X. There is a simple explanation for this, um, because at the first run, uh, we set the current player to be none, and then we touch the screen. It checks if it's none. Yeah, it's none. Then it places the current player, which is none. So I don't know, let's change this to player 1. I will show you later that I will show you now that it's working properly now. Oh, I don't understand why a company who made a whole operating system a great uh, browser cannot make a proper working emulator, which is for developers who make them money. It's it should be important to work on this, because if they can't if they can use it, then they can work and they can make applications and they can earn money, and 30% of the money goes to Google. I don't understand. I don't get this. Never mind. No, we have to use this. So, for God's sake. So, as you can see, I just clicked once and it's working. Okay, let's make not here, here. I don't know, here, 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 and player one won. Unfortunately, there is no way to restart it yet, but we will work it. We will work on it later in the next video. For now, I have to restart the game. I think that's it for now, and next time we are going to make dialogues. First dialogue goes here, which will who wants to start dialogue. So we will make a start dialogue and end dialogue. Start dialogue will just, I don't know, check if the X or the O wants to start, or player one or player two. The end dialogue will contain that you want to play another round or you want to quit. So thank you for watching. I hope you understood everything. I'm trying to explain everything as hard as I can, but my English is not perfect, so I cannot tell everything the way I want. But if you like my videos, please subscribe, like this video, watch other videos of mine, and thanks again for watching. See you next time.